Okay, Ophiuchus, take two. It just shut right down, all right? I went into my little spiel, and when I was like talking about Ophiuchus being in between Scorpio and Sagittarius and death and rebirth, like gone. Okay, so we will start again. Welcome, Ophiuchus. Okay, for those of you that are new, I am an intuitive. Much of what you see on my channel will not be traditional. I'm channeling through the cards, I'm channeling through the camera, talking to spirit, listening to the inner knowing. And so if it doesn't resonate with you, just let it go, okay? Now, if you watched the last video and you read some of the comments, you know that technically speaking, Ophiuchus is not the 13th sign, okay? It's the 9th. But I call it the 13th because it completes the tribe, okay? It completes the clan. And also the number 13 has some very spiritual meanings. It is also, right, I see it really as being aligned with that death and rebirth cycle. Being that sort of emperor's energy, coming to life in this new heart. There's so much underlying that we don't quite yet know, but it's a beautiful sign. If you feel like you came from another world, like you, right, this is just a lifetime, in this lifetime you are here on earth. If you are connected to the stars, if you see your body as being like the human experience and your soul is walking with it, if you see yourself as a star seed, right, if you are very much awakened, okay, to a higher purpose, if you are in a divine connection, all of these things could make you feel and resonate with the readings that I do for Ophiuchus. Okay, so just take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. For those of you returning, thank you. I appreciate you. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps me to resonate with the energy. It helps others to find these messages. There aren't a lot of Ophiuchus messages out there, so it really helps to bring people in. And it's just a great gift to the channel, okay? If you would like to connect with me, all of my information is down below. You can also find most of that at mindsetunicorn.me. If you would like to donate, if you would like to schedule an appointment, if you'd like to do a reading, all of that, find my books. That's how you find me, okay? So I already pulled these cards because we were already getting into the reading, right? So for the collective, all right, you are moving into a brand new day with a very different energy in your sacral chakra, okay? Now, here's the thing. I feel like somebody with Mercury retrograde is also coming back into your energy field. Now, this does not have to be your lover. This could be just somebody to trigger the masculine and feminine energies within you. But regardless, there's a little mind mess going on with that. But this is healing that's meant to help you move forward, okay? So let's go ahead and see where you are at on your journey. We'll pull out, thank you. Okay, our spread. We have, right, the overview energies, thank you. Okay, what is coming up from the past? Thank you. Current energy, thank you. And future possibilities, thank you. Okay, so Temperance. I feel that you're going about things differently, right? They're really showcasing to me that this is like, okay, 225. They're showing me like maybe that's a special scheduled time that's going to come up for you. But the 25th may be important. You may get a very important phone call then. But I feel like you're opening up, talking to others. You're not going to keep yourself kind of stuck in this old energy. You're moving yourself forward. Now, on your path here, right, again, it's this sort of challenge of being one with your, I feel like your solar plexus energy, being in that light. Again, this is coming from a healing of the sacral, moving into this solar plexus energy. And they're really showing me this as the full moon inside of the sun. Like this moon could have just really like, right, like pulled you down in a way. I swear I went to bed. The full moon put me in bed 2 nights in a row at like 7:30. I was like, ring, ring. Hello, AARP. Can we talk? I was like, what is going on? All right. So you could be challenged in this new alignment. Okay. But again, morning, new day, right? Let yourself have that new day. Overall energy, there's a crossing energy here of the Knight of Wands. Okay. Somebody could really be kicking up some of those impulsive energies in you to just get things done. Okay. But remember, temperance. Okay. So what's coming up from the past was something that really broke you, that you thought was leading you to everything. Okay. 3 of Swords with the 10 of Cups. And for some of you, that could be very old energy. It could be broken home from when you were a child. And maybe because of that, you could not follow the path that you wanted to follow down to this traditional marriage, okay, or traditional ending. Maybe you feel like you've had to hide a lot of yourself and what you want to do, be, see in the world, okay? The overview energy, right, was a crossing. The current energy is also a crossing, which is kind of interesting. It's Page of Pentacles. So something is going to give you a breakthrough where you're going to kind of come out like, all right, I am my own superhero. Okay, I save myself. I don't need anyone to save me, which it's true. Future potential, 7 of Cups with the 6 of Swords. Okay, I feel like you're trying to stay out of the emotions, right? Like it almost feels to me like there is still this little bit of shadow kind of following you, right? You see the shadow of the boat, you see the shadow of the person, like there's this little bit of shadow following you. And you're like, I'm going to get on the emotions here in this boat, but I don't want to be in the emotions, drowning from them, right? Which I can understand that. And it's interesting because at the bottom here, we've got the path forward, right? The 3 of Wands energy, the reward. Okay, look, calibrating your magnificence, right? Rising up out of those emotions. And that's what you're trying to do, to go into that solar plexus. But it also comes out with you're in great company, okay? Pull back to propel forward. Again, I think something is coming in to really emotionally kind of trigger some of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else is going on here. What is crossing that Knight of Wands energy? Okay, the Sun. And that sun almost looks like a moon, right? Like there is, for some of you, this is something that has been coming up since that solar eclipse, okay? And it's really pulling on you right now. 10 of Swords, right? You feel like you burned the last of it off when you were healing your inner child, doing that sacral work. However, there's still, right, like there's still that shadow kind of hanging there. And Spirit's like, listen, you've got to really get into the truth of this. Okay, this is really what you're being called to. Oh, and I'm just shivering. Okay, you're being called to this because this is the clarity you need to have that breakthrough. Okay, 3 of Swords here. Okay, 10 of Cups. Because of the way that things were for you at some point in the past, you may not have known how the future was going to be. Not 10 minutes from now, not 2 hours from now, not tomorrow. Okay, right? And so you were always pulling back. Again, the Hermit energy, I'm pulling back to get illumination, right? But I'm shining the light. It really is the moon and the sun sort of energy in this lantern, right? I want to know the future. I want to know where I am going. And that's the Knight of Wands, okay? In my head, trying to figure shit out instead of just going with the flow. 10 of Cups here, right? 6 of Cups. Someone may have tried to come back around, all right? 9 of Pentacles. And you could have just skated around it, okay? And you may not even be fully in admittance of that. But it could just be that you're telling yourself it wasn't the right timing. But you just weren't ready to land, okay? The breakthrough here, thank you, right, is what does your heart want? Okay, because your heart is not tied to dimensional timing, okay? Your heart is this living, breathing multiverse, okay? Yeah, and here we have the Emperor, okay? Again, somebody mastering their emotions, and they have a lot of emotions, but they're not really going anywhere. Even if the door is shut, I feel like this person is not going anywhere, right? They are being protective, okay? This is a mirroring energy. They are being protective. They are guarding themselves a little bit, even though they feel safe, right? They're still, they have their own, Oliver's like, oh no. They have their own energy here of, right, old hurts that are still connected within them, right? Cycles. Okay, so, oh, we're not done. All right, Spirit, we're not done. They're like, we're not done. Future possibility here, the shadow that's still stalking you. Okay. Okay, the divine timing, what you dreamed of, letting your guard down, right? Letting someone see that vulnerable child, okay? Letting someone actually in Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the 7 of Wands. How do you do this without becoming impatient and defensive? Okay, that's the work. There's the emotional tower. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, tell me about the Sun. Okay, 7 of Wands. Again, the defensiveness and temperance in reverse. Underneath both of these cups are energetically connected. There's a lot of healing going on. There's a lot of work happening here. On the surface, it all looks like dead roots, okay, like weeds, but it's not. It's growing. You just can't see it growing under the ground. All right. And it's really interesting because with this 7 of Wands, right, I'm really getting that this person, they're like, oh shit, I brought the wrong tool to the fight, right? I brought my Ace of Wands. I brought my action. And I've got all these swords pointing at me, right? Like, wrong tool for a fight. Because this is someone who really isn't expecting to get into a fight, right? Ace of Swords here with the Eight of Swords. It's really interesting because you're holding the Two of Swords and you're releasing the Six of Swords, and I feel like you're releasing them to this person, okay? So if you look at it like this, okay, like those swords are coming up and they're coming directly at this person, you're really bound to this idea of what you think rather than what is truth in some ways. The Ten of Swords here, again, the Six of Swords, right? Like, you do not want to be in the emotions. You really need to realize, though, that if you soar too high above these emotions, then there's a possibility of the sun burning down your wings, right? There's the flame, and you will fall to earth, okay? So in the past, could not see where you were going, right? The Star, you had a great wish for something. You may have spent a lot of nights up making wishes for stability. Ten of Pentacles, crossing. Okay. So how did this person get into your mind here in the past? Okay, Queen of Wands. Because you started thinking about, right, the old dead trees growing together, right? What if we grew together? What if we were together? And that was a lot to think about. Six of Cups, okay, the Devil. Again, right? This person in the past here was as locked and tied to something as you have been. Okay, there's a very mirrored energy here. And so when they came back around, nothing had really changed. Okay, Nine of Pentacles here, and the Nine of Swords, right? You were like, nothing has changed. This is something that's going to die, like everything else does, right? And you just, no, I can't go through that again, sort of an energy, right? I feel like you kind of pushed this person away. Ten of Wands, right? Like, go carry this burden on your own. I can't carry it. So tell me about the Emperor, because the Emperor was at the bottom here as well. Okay, Six of Pentacles in reverse. This person wants to try things differently, right? I don't want to give to you the way I did in the past. Okay? Page of Cups. Again, right? You don't want to get into the emotions. Fine, I'm not going to get into the emotions. I almost feel like this person is going to try to connect with you logically. Okay? Through art, through books, okay? Through things that are not going to bring any sort of emotion in it, because they do not want to be blocked out again. Okay, Nine of Cups, right? Again, this person is sending you messages despite their fears, right? They're showing me the 5 here. Okay, they're showing me the T and the F, right? This person is like, the story's going to end in my heartbreak. Like, in my mind, with all the emotions I've moved here, I know that this is what's going to happen. So they are being very, very slow in this process. But I feel like you can't help open your heart to them. 3 of Swords here, right? The hurt is because you are both being deceptive and holding back. Holding back the moon. Holding back the truth. King of Swords with the Chariot. Yeah, Knight of Wands. They've envisioned everything they want. Like, if I could get into my light body, this is what I would say to you. But I feel like the closer you get, the more afraid they become. And probably vice versa. Okay, future possibilities here. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Page of Wands in reverse. You don't want to reach that point. Here's what's really interesting. Okay, the last card that they got here is the Knight of Wands with the Page approaching them. I feel like you're like, I don't want to get into that shadow work. I'm just going to come to you in dreams. Okay, I can't approach you. 9 of Wands. Yeah, whatever happened in the past here, right, for you, you do not want to get hurt again. You do not want any emotions. You have poured out the cup. Okay, if you were drinking because of this person, you have poured, I'm not drinking. I'm not going back into that emotional state. Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the 7 of Wands. Yeah, what this will lead to is just, again, a lack of clarity, a lack of communication. And this person, right, just kind of, I feel like planting for the future. It's really interesting. It's almost as if I see their higher self, right, planting this little tree, right, so that one day when they finally get the courage and get up there at that mountaintop, that there's what you need, right? But 3 of Wands, somebody has to, and 3 of Pentacles, somebody has to get on the boat and work with each other before this can ever happen. Okay. So let's go ahead and close it with an oracle. I feel like there's still a lot of work, right? You're both trying to control things here. There's a lot of work that has to be taking part, right? We've got the honeybee. Again, the feminine is working with the masculine's energy, trying to make things more productive. But we also have the feminine. It's very interesting, okay? Because this is the 6, is the honeybee. And I've got the feminine trying to work with the feminine energy here, okay, to gain this wisdom. And it's a 4. Together, that completes the cycle. Okay. It's this energy of the feminine and the feminine side, right? Working together to open up these co-creators. into something that actually produces a different story, a different light. And it's very beautiful. It's just, how do you get there, right? They're like, really rely on those messages, those angelic messages that you are getting, because when you open yourself up and you allow things to come in and help you heal, the more you heal, the more is going to show up because you're creating space for things, right? To show up. You're raising your frequency, so more things with that higher frequency will be attracted. All right? I hope that helps you. I hope you guys have a beautiful week. I'm going to start the soul path readings, I believe, next week, I think. I've got it written down for that. And we will see where we go. All right? So you guys have a beautiful rest of the week, and I will see you next time. All right? Bye.